About 800 farmers have been trained and are currently benefiting directly from the Lower Kuja irrigation scheme that is situated in Nyatike sub-county, Migori County. This has complemented the economy of a community that is known for fishing and mining. The scheme, which falls under the Lower Kuja Irrigation Development Project, was operationalized in 2018. It is managed and implemented by the National Irrigation Authority and has so far covered 3,500 acres of land in phase 2 of its implementation.
Here, people were fishermen and cattle keepers, but currently 80% has now left fishing and now they are doing rice production, because in farming they are assured at the end of 3 months they are going to get something, so they can calculate. But in fishing, you can go today, you get nothing. Next month, next day you go, you get nothing. Even the women now, they are just coming here.
The source of the water for the scheme is River Kuja.
The place was a wild place. What we can see here are thorns and bushes, and there were some small antelopes inside here. As an officer of the government, we were taught. They taught us how the benefits will come, the beneficiary of the project, until we adapted. So we came and discussed this issue with our people. Pole pole, they accepted. That is why you can see people are doing rice farming here. I'm a retired officer who is old. I cannot do all this. But if I have got a little money, I will employ people who can work for me, and they can do it, and they have done it.
Farming in itself is new in this area, leave alone irrigation. So getting these farmers to do rice farming is a bit challenging, but we have managed to overcome that challenge and actually turned it to an opportunity. The farmers, what we are doing with them is training them. As they work on their field, there are extension officers that are training them on how to do the rice farming. And that is why the project has expanded this far.
In its initial stages, the project entailed construction of a water intake at Orango along the banks of River Kuja and a canal through which water flows by gravity to the lower regions of Sagama and Owiro sugarcane plantations.
Right now we are doing capacity building or sensitization of farmers so that when we start development, then the farmers will be already aware on what is expected of them. In this phase 3, we are also likely to bring about 6,000 acres under irrigated agriculture.
Since the operationalization of the project, rice farming has given this region a whole new look, with farmers saying their incomes have increased tenfold from what they used to get from fishing.
There has been a big change in the community here. Just beside here we have Nyakweri Center. I'm sure in the next 1 year and a half it is going to be a town. And even people are coming as far as Karungu, as far as Nyatike, to look for employment here. And it is something they are doing daily. Because we have permanent source of water here, it has brought many benefits to this area and farmers at large of Nyatike.
Rice farming is giving us good profit because it doesn't have the very bad challenges like the ones that you experience at the lake. I would say right now I'm confidently able to pay fees for my children, unlike before. I started off with 2 acres, and right now I'm doing 12 acres. And I know I can make up to around 1 million Kenyan shillings out of that acreage.
Kulima wa mchele imenisaidia huko nyumbani vizuri sana, hata kulipa school fee, kukula huko vizuri, hata mavazi.
Tayari inanipa kipato ardhi naweza nikatumia kwa kulimia mchele ambayo zamani haikuwezekana. Zamani ilikuwa tu sehemu ya malisho.
Statistics from the National Irrigation Authority indicate that average income per acre is 85,000 shillings and annual farm income per farmer is over 550,000 shillings.
So for 3,000 acres, I am likely to get 12,000 tons of rice, which translate to 480 million Kenya shillings. So that is the amount that will be circulating within the area just from production of rice. That one, I've excluded other crops like horticulture and sugarcane.
The project is worth 2.3 billion shillings, and once fully expanded, it will be a key contributor to the country's rice demands.
We are at the infant stage. We know Lower Kuja, since it was started, it has not stayed for long. So what we will appeal to Kenya government through National Irrigation Authority, that expansion work for entire scheme be completed.
We have great potential, actually sufficient potential to be self-sufficient in rice production. Out of the 550,000 hectares that are under irrigation, various crops are produced. The significant crop here that is produced is rice in the so-called national schemes that run from Mwea to Ahero to Bunyala to Lower Kuja. And on that front, about 90% of the rice produced in the country is produced in these schemes. We would be talking of a tonnage of about 150,000 metric tons being produced in these schemes.
For Chams Media, I'm Alex Chamwada.